Hey everybody, I got this catalog upside down. It's for nearly 50 years, Avalon Hill has offered some of the most imaginative and innovative board games ever set up on a kitchen table. Considered to be the originator of the modern strategic board games category, our games have always set the standard for balanced design and depth of play, and with an ever broadening audience interested in competitive gameplay, we continue to introduce new games filled with intriguing themes, exciting challenges, and fun. Get more information and find a store near you at avalonhill.com. Unfortunately, Avalon Hill is not around anymore. They were great while they lasted. This is their 2006 catalog. Check a look at it. It has 17 games in here. So we're going to do a review of 17 games in one. Why is that light not shining? Okay, first of all, we have Axes and Allies. I have this game. It's a good game. I have a couple of different versions of Axes and Allies. I like Axes and Allies. I've even played in a couple of tournaments at the, I think one of the cons that I go to here in Memphis. I lose, but I still get to play. Also played Fortress America. That's a good game. I have both of them. Don't have the first editions, which is what they played. And it's again not in here, so Fortress America. If you would like to see any of these games that I have, comment down below. I'll try to get around to doing an unboxing, but I got so many games that hard to find stuff, and I got stuff scattered all about and everything. Then there's Axis and Allies, Europe and Pacific. I do not have Europe. I have Pacific. There have been people who have basically made mods where you could combine the two together, and then you have this big, huge, epic epic Axis and Allies map. Yeah. Fun fact: I like to play as the Axis when I play Axis and Allies. Then, of course, there's D-Day, which my friends, Jenny, Marie, Penrod, / aka Mama Wolf Penrod or something. That's her YouTube channel. Go check her out. Well, she got me this game for Christmas, birthday or something, like couple 5 something plus years ago. Pretty cool game. Plays just like D-Day. More people play the Axes, the other one play the Allies, and I like to play the Axes, and I've won playing the Axes, where D-Day was an epic failure for the Allies. I've also played the Allies and made it where D-Day was an epic success, way better than regular success for the Allies. And then there's supposed to be a Battle of the Bulge. Don't think I've ever seen it, but I wouldn't mind getting it. Might be pretty cool. Then there's Axis and Allies miniatures. I'm not sure how well they picked up because I never got around into them, but they had like War at Sea, and then they had like regular. They look cool. They have like these little miniatures of army men, airplanes, tanks, spaceships. Yeah, World War II was in space. No, space ships. I think I have a couple of the ships ones from the War at Sea crew. Then there's Risk. I have loads of Risk games. I think I have a Risk playlist, so you should definitely check it out. But Risk 2210 AD and Godstorm, they were both great. They were the first ones to introduce leaders, additional territories, and cards. Where you know how all the modern day Risk games have additional territories, they have cards that you can use, and how you have leaders. That all these other Risk games are based off of pop culture famous things like video games, movies, television, whatnot. Well, these two games were the ones that started all that additional leaders, extra territories, destroying territories, adding cards, all that cool stuff. And this one you play the 5 different pantheons of gods. Is there 5 or 4? Might be 4. And this one you have like 5 different groups of people, and it's in the future. And you have like sea territories, and you even have the moon. And there's this whole Axis and Allies 2210 deal where it's like frontline, where that's Mars, and you have all this stuff people have added to the game because there's like a huge 2210 AD following it. It's amazing. Pretty cool. I like to try to combine risks that are kind of connected to each other together too. So 2210 AD was like, they had tournaments back in the day. I never got around. I did not get into it until after the fact, which sucks because I would have loved to get into it back in the day when people were having tournaments and stuff. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. Then there's Betrayal of the House of Hill. It's a good game. It's they've made like, they're up to 3rd or 4th edition now of this game. It's a good game. It's fun. It's a cooperative type game. I guess it's considered a Euro game. When it's cooperative until certain objective is met, then it becomes competitive because one player becomes like the betrayer, and there's even some spin-offs to this game now. There's even like a Scooby-Doo-ish version, which Scooby-Doo themed household betrayal house now, commonly referred to as just betrayal now. And then there's like another place, I think Boulder's Gate or something, I don't remember. Comment down below if you know. But anyway, it's a fun game. Cooperative until someone becomes the betrayer, and then when they become the betrayer, they gotta pretty much try to kill or something the other players. Interesting. There's Sword and Skull. I don't have Sword and Skull. It's a pirate game. It looked like it would be fun. I've seen it once or twice. I just haven't bought it because I didn't have the money. They wanted like too much for it, or I didn't have the money. And then when you do get the money and you want to buy it, you go to the hobby shop where you saw it and it's gone. Wham. That happens a lot. Then we have Menace. Dennis the Menace, the board game. No, but there probably is a Dennis the Menace board game. But no, that's not the one we have. We have Monsters Menace America. Giant monsters invading. This is actually a fun game. It's kind of like a precursor to King of Tokyo and King of New York, so to speak. But it's also kind of like Fortress America in a degree. But instead of America trying to protect itself from 3 other foreign invaders, they're trying to protect themselves from giant monsters destroying different places of America. It's a map of America. You play as a monster, but you also play as one of the 4 factions of the United States: the Army, the Navy, the Marines, or the Air Force. But all 4 of those military factions all have the same pieces, which kind of makes sense equality speaking, but doesn't make sense thematically speaking. Like the Navy should have like ships, more ships. The Air Force should have like more airplanes. The Army should have like more tanks, and the Marines should have like more infantry. Just saying. Also uses the same pieces, or kind of the same pieces as Axis and Allies and Fortress America. So that's kind of why I said it's like Fortress America. It kind of uses the same type of pieces, which is cool. It's a fun game. It's a cool game. it's always fun making the monsters stomp out like territories all across the board because that's how the monsters win. They stomp the most territories, they win by doing that. Monsters can attack each other. They can attack areas where they can stomp cities, and they can be attacked or attack the different military factions. It's fun. Then you've got Nexus Ops, which is kind of like I don't have this game, but it's like a tile placement risk ish type game. So it's an area control game where you try to control the areas. You're one of these major corporations who's gone onto a planet, like in the future, like in Risk 2210 AD, where you go into the future and you're trying to mine these resources. But when you go there, there's also these like alien creatures, like from kind of like Starship Troopers, right? And they're like these insects and different animal type creatures, and you have to deal with them while trying to also mine. So it's like a area control game where you can fight the other corporations, but you also can fight the monsters and alien creatures like Monsters Men's America has alien monsters, and like Risk 2210 in the future, kind of like. Well, anyway, you fight the like alien creatures while trying to mine for these precious resources. So you're playing like a corporation slash a military slash a government trying to control area, messing with the wildlife. So it's like Avatar. It's like Avatar, not the Airbender. Avatar, the movies. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think you can control some of the aliens. There's probably a way you can control the aliens too. It looks like you play as both the alien insect creatures and you play as the military faction that you have. So that's cool. Then of course, oh my gosh, wow, 12 minutes and still talking about these cool games. And here's two cool games I don't have. Robo Rally and Vegas Showdown. Let's see, what's it say about Robo Rally? I believe I've seen Robo Rally before. A friend's race filled with computer-driven chaos. At the far end of the galaxy lies a fully automated grid widget factory. As one of the factory's 8 redundant supercomputers, you have a lot of responsibility, even more free time. When boredom creeps into your circuits, you and the other computers have a little fun at the factory's expense, pulling defective robots out of the maintenance bay. You pit them against one another in a destructive race across the dangerous, cluttered, and ever-changing factory floor. One robot winds up in the winner's circle, the rest go on scrap heap. So it's like a race game where you control robots and they race around the boards. Then you got Vegas Showdown, just a high-stakes game of bidding and building. You and a few of your millionaire friends have invested in a plot of land in the heart of Viva Las Vegas. Each of you has 1 year to plan and build a luxury hotel casino on a site just to make things interesting. You put a little wager in your venture. When the doors open, the builder of the most famous hotel casino wins ownership of the entire block. Resources are limited, so you'll have to outbid each other to get the best contractors to work on your projects. With the right combinations, restaurants, lounges, gaming rooms, and other attractions, along with some well-themed publicity, the jewel of the entertainment capital of the world will be yours. Vegas Showdown. So you're a bunch of billionaires trying to make a hotel casino the best of the best, and on the strip of Viva Las Vegas. And whichever one of you wins, takes on the other 3 too, just for fun. Then, of course, we have Rocketville, which I actually just did a video of unboxing about while also talking about Memphis mayor election politics or whatever. So you can go check that out if you want to. It's basically you're running for mayor in a futuristic sci-fi city, kind of set like, you know, how they kind of thought the future was going to be in sci-fi pulp 70s, 80s ish Squire magazines. So it's kind of like that. Isn't there a movie coming out? Something about Rocketville? Or just thought about that. There's a movie that's kind of set like, I don't know whether I don't have a love you remember. I saw a preview for it. It's going to have a bunch of name stars. It's going to have Black Widow in it. I mean, what's her name? The actress who played Black Widow. She played some other stuff too. Then of course there's Guillotine. Guillotine's a fun game, and there's Life Isn't Fair. Guillotine's a fun game. It's a card game. It's a pretty simple game, but it's a fun game. What you try to do is you have characters in your hand that you don't want to die, and you have characters that are in the deck of cards out on the board. And if the person's in the front of the line, their head's going to get chopped off, and you don't want those in the up front. So what you want to do is you want to try to move your people back and try to move other people forward, and because you want your type of people to be the ones not getting their heads chopped off, you know, so that you can make points. And I don't know nothing about Life Isn't Fair, but it's called The Great Del Monte, a Richard Garfield game. One round, you're on the top of the heap, and the next, you're peasant scum in this fast-paced card game of medieval one-upmanship. Players take their places in the packing order and try to get rid of their cards in their hands. The faster you go, the higher you'll go, but don't get comfortable because in a single hand, even the lowest serf can knock you back to the field. Sound unfair? Sure it is, but the sweet taste of victory could make it all worthwhile. So that's the Avalon Hill game catalog from 2006. Just talking about the games in it. And I think this video is just a vlog, a geeky thing to do. I hope you enjoyed my guess review of these games. Some I have, some I don't. And I may go find some of these after, of course, I do all the other games I've still yet to unbox for this channel. And you know, unbox them. Might start doing tutorials. I don't know. What would y'all like to see? Anyway, remember, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus loves you. Jesus God. Jesus Lord. Jesus King. Jesus is ruler of everything. Have a great day. And do y'all even remember any of these games? Have you played any of these games? Do you like Avalon Hill games? Whatever. Comment down below. Man, I talked about 20 minutes about games. Ain't that a geeky thing to do? It sure is. Anyway, later. Which one of these is your favorite? I mean, is it Axis and Allies? Risk? I mean, what kind of games do you like? Comment down below. What kind is your favorite? Have a great day. What's your favorite Risk game? What's your favorite Axis and Allies game? What's your favorite strategy game? What's your favorite war game? What's your favorite board game? What's your favorite non-money? What's your favorite money game? You comment all that down below. You better comment down below in the comments, because I like to have conversations, but not many people want to do it, intellectual or not. Later, because all conversations, if you do it right, can be intellectual conversations. Later.